Okay, hi everybody, Kearnsy here, and I decided to do something a little different with my blog. I'm tired of just finding stupid internet videos and posting them to my blog. You're not getting anything out of that, neither am I, but a good chuckle that you can find anywhere else. So I decided to actually make some real content. So I'm going to start my own cooking blog. Okay, so I'm gonna make up some pretty good stuff in the kitchen. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, Kearnsy from the radio, or if you follow my Facebook, Steve Kearns, because I really do love to cook and I love to post pictures of food rather than myself on my Facebook and my Instagram. Okay, so we're gonna make something pretty delicious today. We're gonna make meatloaf, okay? But it's not gonna be just any meatloaf because it's me. So what we're gonna do is a roasted red pepper and garlic cheese curd stuffed meatloaf that's wrapped in bacon, okay? I'm gonna make it and it's gonna be pretty awesome. So you're gonna need about maybe a pound to maybe about 3/4 of a kilogram of ground beef. Okay, I like to go to Franz's Butcher Shop here in town on Lansdowne Street. Those guys are awesome and they make some really good stuff inside there. Also, I use their bacon, Franz's thickly cut bacon. And, of course, you got to have the Empire roasted red pepper and garlic cheese curd. Why Empire? Well, it's from Campbellford. I don't know what they do to the cows out there. I don't know what they do to the peppers, but it makes it so much better. So go and grab yourself the ingredients. We're going to get cooking, okay? And you guys can watch what I like to do here in my kitchen. We'll call it Kearnsy Can Cook, maybe Man Can Cook. I don't know what we're going to do, but this is the first of hopefully many videos to come because I can cook some pretty good stuff. So follow me and we'll see what we can make up in the kitchen here. Okay, everybody, so we've got everything we need to make our meatloaf, okay? So remember, we are making a bacon-wrapped meatloaf that's stuffed with roasted red pepper and garlic Empire cheese curds. I know what you're thinking. Kearnsy, does it have to be Empire cheese curds? Yes, it does. It's from Campbellford. I don't know what it is. The cows make it taste better. Okay, so we've got about a third of a kilogram, maybe about 3/4 of a kilogram of Franz's ground beef from here in town. I love Franz's Butcher Shop on Lansdowne Street. They make the best stuff. I don't know why. Also, we've got their bacon, okay? This is just thickly cut Franz's bacon. You could go with the maple bacon, but that might mess up with the roasted red pepper and garlic, okay? So you probably want to stay away from the maple bacon, go normal. Here's what we need. We need freshly ground pepper. We need some freshly ground sea salt. I always go with sea salt. I find it's healthier. I find it's more flavorful. Okay, we go with the Heinz ketchup. I know it should be the French's ketchup, and I'm going to go with that, but if you see, I got to deplete the stash first, then I'll go and get all patriotic with my French's ketchup. Okay, let's also remember we need the Guinness Bullseye barbecue sauce. Guinness, I don't know, it just adds something to the bullseye, okay? It makes it really good. This is important. Here is Montreal steak spice rub, okay? This is going to add a lot of flavor into your meatloaf with just 2 tablespoons, okay? What are we going to hold it all together with? Okay, well, we got some onions here. We got some garlic. Also, don't forget that we've got about 6 to 7 finely ground up just normal soup crackers. You go salted, you go unsalted. I go unsalted because we're going to add in our own salt when we want to, okay? Also, don't forget that we're going to need our egg, okay? That's going to hold everything together. You could also add maybe about a 1/4 cup of cream, maybe a little bit of less. Now, this is about a third of a kilogram of ground beef. So if you want to go bigger, remember, you can just double up with all these things, okay? And make it even bigger for your bigger family. We're going to wrap the whole thing in bacon. I'm going to mix this all up. You guys stand by. Okay, so here we are. We've got our cheese curds, we've got our garlic, we've got our onions, we've got salt, pepper, all in the bowl now. So when you're going to want to mix this up, sort of play it by ear. So I go with Guinness. It's Bullseye Guinness barbecue sauce. Get glob in there. Maybe a little bit more. It's pretty good, okay? So you want that good flavor into that meat. A little bit of tang for the ketchup. Like I said, should be French's. Once this is gone, I will use the French's. Right now, we're going to go with the Heinz's. Okay, a little bit of tang. I like more barbecue sauce than I do ketchup. You might be a little different. Here is a kicker, okay? This is our Montreal steak spice rub. Now, just 2 teaspoons of this is going to make this epic. A lot of flavor, a lot of pop. Said just about a teaspoon. You use a teaspoon because I don't think you can get a tablespoon in that open. Toss that in there. Another one on the other side. Maybe not so heavy because this might make it really, really hot. Now, the Montreal steak spice is really going to go with our roasted red pepper and garlic cheese curds, okay? Now remember, you're going to need an egg to hold all this together. You're also going to need a little bit of crumb, okay? So this is just normal soup crackers. They're ground up in a food processor. You don't need to. You can grind them up by hand if you want to. Toss those babies in there. One little trick, one little secret, as I use a little bit of garlic powder in with the soup crackers to make it just pop a little bit more. You got to have garlic in with beef, I always find. Okay, something to crack the egg over. Boom, boom. We're throwing it in there, no shells because we're pros, right? Okay, how are we going to mix it all up? I'm going to go with a fork, and then I'm going to mix it up by hand, okay? Now, you also might see that I'm cooking up the bacon on the side, and you're like, Kearnsy, man, why are you cooking that bacon? You're going to wrap it up. If you don't mind having, being brave against salmonella, and you just like to eat your bacon with one side practically being raw, you don't have to cook one side of the bacon. But I like to protect myself against such diseases as salmonella. So I cook the one side of the bacon that I'm going to put face down on the meatloaf. So you're going to want to put the cooked side of the bacon down on the meatloaf. We're going to get all to that in a bit, okay? Now, like I said, this fork is only going to work so long. I don't know. I probably should just dive in by hand, but it kind of feels greasy with that raw egg in there. So now we dive in by hand once I mix it up a little bit with the fork, okay? I don't know. That's just texture for me. It's gross. All right, everybody. Okay, we're back, and we're going to make the bacon wrap meatloaf now. So I've got my bacon, the burner's off, and I've only cooked it on one side. I know what everybody's thinking, why do you got to cook it if you're going to throw it in the oven over top of the bacon, or over top of the meatloaf? Well, I don't know how brave you guys are against salmonella. I'm a little bit worried about it, so I cook the bacon on the one side that's going to be touching the beef, okay? Then you don't have to worry about it. You'll notice if you try not to do this and you just throw raw bacon over top of the meatloaf, that other side, the underside, the side that's connected, that's touching the meat, it's not going to be as cooked as I would like it to be. So you can brave it if you want to. I'm a little scared of salmonella. I had it once. It involved a lot of FaceTime with my toilet. Okay, so here is our meat, and we are just going to plop this right onto our already greased pan, okay? So we're going to make kind of a football in it. You can tell our oven is preheated there, or something is yelling at me and I'm setting off a smoke detector. Pretty sure it's just the oven. Okay, so we're going to kind of make like a football out of this baby, okay? You could do this in a pan, okay? You could do it in like a meatloaf pan. And you can also line the walls with the bacon itself. I don't like to do that. I like to just plop it right on here. I find you get a more even cook, and I find you can have a lot more fun with it when you lay your bacon over top of it, okay? There we go. Okay, so we've got our roasted red pepper and garlic cheese curd from Empire Cheese Curds in Campbellford. Also, we've got our Franz's ground beef, and this is our Franz's bacon. Franz's is located on Lansdowne Street here in Peterborough, Ontario. If you don't go there, I suggest you give it a shot. Okay, we've also got some onions, some garlic, some ground up crackers in here. We've also got our Montreal steak spice rub. That's very important because it goes well with the pepper that's inside the cheese curd. Okay, so here's what we're going to do when we wrap it with the bacon. Okay, like I said, we're going to take the side that is cooked, and we're going to lay that over top of the meat side, okay? Okay, now the other side, the over top side is not cooked yet. Okay, so that's going to brown up when we throw it in our oven. Now our oven is brought at 350 degrees right now. Probably going to do it for about an hour for this baby at 350. It's pretty big. Also, we're going to want to make sure that it's cooked all the way through evenly. If you guys have a cooking thermometer, I would suggest you use it. So many people don't, and then they also try to rush it. Things get confused. You lose track of time. Make sure you set a timer on this baby. Nobody wants to get sick from their food, especially something that we took this long and we've made this awesome. As you can see, that's already looking pretty good. Now I'm going to have to sort of like, maybe chop these down. I'm not sure what we're going to do with these last pieces of bacon here to get them to stick. Okay, so here we go. We've got our bacon wrapped meatloaf all ready to go. Hopefully you guys can see that. Oh yeah, look at that. Huh? Kind of like a football, all wrapped in dead pig goodness. Kind of is, huh? Footballs are made of dead pigs, right? Leather? Yeah, there we go. The pig skin. Okay, so we've got our pig skin meatloaf, and we're going to throw this baby into the oven for about an hour. Okay, we're going to check it after 45 minutes with our meat thermometer. I suggest you have a meat thermometer. You want this baby to be at least 160 before you start pulling it out and try to enjoy it. But also, we're going to let it cool down for quite a good long time. So I'm going to throw this baby in the oven and start cleaning up. Maybe do some push-ups. Who knows, okay? But this is our roasted red pepper and garlic cheese curd meatloaf that's wrapped in bacon. Okay, everybody, Kearnsy here. I am back, and this is our roasted red pepper cheese curd meatloaf that's wrapped in bacon. Now, it's Franz's ground beef, and it's Franz's thickly cut bacon, and it's also Empire cheese curd. It's the roasted red pepper and garlic kind. It's delicious. It's from Campbellford, Ontario, and it's really going to make your meatloaf pop. Also, don't forget that we added in our Montreal steak spice rub. That's really going to make this baby pop. Now, we got a really even cooked meatloaf here. It just hit 160 on the meat thermometer, so we're totally good to enjoy this baby. So let it cool down for about 20 minutes, and I hope you guys really enjoy it, okay? I love to cook. This is Kearnsy here, and I'll make some more videos for you, and hopefully you guys can enjoy something like our pig skin meatloaf.